welcome to the newest episode of Before You Buy. So sa show na to, we are going to answer all of your questions before you buy. And of course, we have different topics as well every episode. At ngayon, napaka-exciting din dahil ito perfect to para sa mga new moms out there and also, parents who would want to learn more about playtime, diba? And here in Before You Buy, we actually give you valuable tips and information para makasigurado kayong you get to choose the right products for you and your loved ones. Of course, we are also live on Lazada, so you can see that there is a shopping bag below. There is that shopping bag, pink shopping bag, and you can see all of the products that we will also be talking about for this afternoon. And of course, we have so much in store for you because we have a special guest who will also share with us all of the valuable tips and information that you would need. So we have a topic for today all about baby and mother care. And of course, the products that we will also discuss will be very, very helpful for all of these tips as well. So please share this video, share this live with your family and friends, especially sa mga kakilala niyong mga moms, so we can help them shop better for themselves and of course for their babies. You can also follow us on our official social media pages. We are now live on the Shoppertainment Live channel on YouTube and also on Facebook, the Shoppertainment Live Facebook page. We also have different episodes that are showing every week on our YouTube page. That's at Shoppertainment Live. We also have a TikTok page if you want to check that out. That's at shoppertainment.live. And of course, as I was mentioning earlier, we are also live on Lazada with Shoppertainment PH channel. And if you want more honest and thorough reviews on must-have items, we have new videos every Friday at 6 p.m. on our YouTube channel. So that's Shoppertainment Live. Wag na wag niyong kakalimutan. We'd also love to hear your thoughts, so feel free to comment your questions, suggestions, or requests. And yun nga yung kagandahan dahil nga live tayo ngayong hapon na to dahil pwede naming sagutin ang inyong mga comments and questions as well. Just go to our Facebook page, YouTube page, or even on Lazada so we can see all of your comments and questions as well. So I think we also have some newcomers who are tuning in to our Lazada Live right now. Hello to all of you. And we are super, super excited to talk to you about mother care and also baby care. And as I mentioned kanina, we have a featured guest who will talk to us about educational toys, especially for infants, for toddlers. And these toys can really help us nurture our kids' creativity. And of course, these are all must-have products for new moms right now. So to make our show even more fun and informative, we'll be joined by a very special guest who will lend us her knowledge and expertise as we go through each product. So let us all welcome the Chief Operating Officer of Ritual Philippines, Maye Yao Co Say. Hello, Maye.
Hi, Yas. Thanks for inviting me.
Thank you so much for being here. Maye is actually a blogger as well.
Yes.
I saw her blog and grabe, very, very detailed when it comes to the instruction on how you can really maximize your playtime with your toddlers, even the infants.
Yes.
And so many nuggets of wisdom and knowledge there that is very, very helpful for us. And we will talk more about that. And syempre, tatanungin natin si Maye about all of these parenting questions as well. At isa-start natin yan with our first question. What is the parent's role in child development, Ms. Maye?
So for me, a parent is the first nurturer and teacher of a child.
Mm-hmm.
Through breastfeeding, we nourish. Through our routine activities, we teach. That's why it's very important, even as babies, 0 months, have routines with your children from bathing, like what song you're singing to them, or what book you're reading to them, because it provides that initial security for the child to be more calm, and so that they don't, hopefully not cry a lot, and it's also foundational in the future.
So it starts with breastfeeding.
Yes.
And with that, I think that's also something that we will talk more about later on. And another question that we have over here, how important is it for parents to have a trusted partner in raising their children?
This is very, very important because you want a partner who truly cares for our children and our family's unique needs as Filipino families also, right? So we want to contextualize. Not everything outside you just keep on taking in. So I learned that and I realized that a trusted partner can be a brand, but not all brands are trusted partners. So I don't really go for what is popular. I try to look at the intention and the purpose of the company, where they're coming from. Are they genuine and authentic with wanting to help parents, right? So for example, Ogalala will be the first to tell you that a child does not need a lot of toys.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Really?
we'll go through that more, and I truly believe that because there's a lot more expenses that we have, so we have to be practical.
Right.
So you need to build on these things wisely. At the same time, you don't want the age of indulgence, right? For because it's an age of affluence actually for kids, that to the point that in the end they don't really value the little things when everything is too much.
Right.
Yeah.
So thank you for that tip. I think that's also very, very useful for me. Because akala ko kailangan marami kang toys para magkaroon ka ng more bonding time with your kids. Yun pala, just having a selected few that can really help them develop further in their sensory, their motor skills. These would actually be okay already.
Yes.
So more about that later on. So here's another question here. We have, what is the importance of toys during childhood development?
So I personally, my major is engineering, no? And I'm also like most moms nowadays, whether you're working or not, we're just so busy. Like I only had like 2 hours in the morning and 2 hours in the evening. So, but alongside that, because we're in business, diba? So it's a strategic planning process also for us when it comes to raising our children. I remember a dad asking me that question or he actually gave that comment that he would have wanted someone, because he has an 8-year-old and a 3-year-old now, and he was like saying he would have wanted someone to tell him that you also need to plan for when you're raising your children. So my main goal for my kids was not about the old ways of like having the highest grades, honor roll. I really wanted my child to be future ready. Why future ready? Because everything is changing so fast, right? It's not like when you're good in math today, that math is still applicable, or diba? I mean, it would have been applied mathematics will be a different applied mathematics in the future. So you want to be future ready. And second is you want to be emotionally strong. So those are my two. So in all of the readings, the researches and all, it's just so simple. The answer is play. Because it's so natural, it's risk-free, and at the same time, the child is learning skills, and we as parents get to relax and bond. So in 15 minutes, if you play, you accomplish all of that. Wow. Right? So yeah.
So it's so simple, but playtime can actually teach a lot for our kids. So hindi pala nagkakaiba yung kailangan mag-aral ka ng mabuti. Tapos meron ding sinasabi, hindi, we should have fun. Why do both? Why not do both?
Yes.
So you can do both.
Yes.
So as a licensed teacher, maybe you can also recommend to us if you have a certain playlist when it comes to, selecting the right toys for your kids.
Yeah. So the tip I have to be fast, no? Like when you're you have mga crates of toys, no? So you have 5 crates of toys usually, and this is not the usual, bilhin ko lahat ng mga may ABCs and spellings kasi yan yung magpapatalino sa anak ko, no. The first, actually by order of importance, is the skill building. Skill building is the basic holding, grasping, cleaning, okay? The second is brain builder, of course, which is the ABCs, but more than that, logic, no? And the third is what we call the heartwarming part, or the nurture or pretend play, okay? Because you think it's like luto-lutuan for them, but if they know that the luto-lutuan is something that will make someone else happy, that's nurture. And that's a sense of achievement, that I can make coffee for someone older than me. The fourth is one of the things that a lot of people think that it's for older kids, but we call it STEAM, which is STEM with art. This is actually quite nice to start even during the toddler years. And my most favorite one, honestly, is the one we launched last year, which is called SEL Toys, which is social emotional toys. So you should have those 5 buckets and put them like, social emotional toys now, let's bring it out, right? So a lot of the social emotional toys, like music, is social emotional toys. Now I forgot now that there's a thing called timeout zones. Now you call it calming zones.
Ooh.
So you actually have a corner where you provide these social emotional toys. Like there's a mom who shared to us, they're so thankful to this toy called Pineapple Feelings toy, because the 3-year-old now has less tantrums. All she does is put the emotions she's feeling and say, Mom, this is what I'm feeling now.
Oh.
And then they talk about that feeling easily. Kaysa yung dati, iyak, ganyan, they don't know. So,
they don't know how to express,
yes.
but through the toy, they're able to do
yes,
that.
because social-emotional toys are meant to do two things to emotions. First is identify. Second is to manage. If you cannot identify, you cannot help your child manage it.
Wow. So we should have that as well as part of our toy collection for our kids. It's very important to understand also the feelings of our kids. You know, a lot of moms get frustrated with that. 'Di ba? Parang nagtatantrums yung anak nyo, tapos you don't know what to do. So sometimes you get mad also.
Yeah.
You can't help it because
I know.
it's so stressful, right? But if we understand how to make them express what it really is, why are they feeling that way, that's actually easier for us to manage. I like that. That's a
Yes.
great tip. So thank you so much, May. Here's another one. Why is it important for new moms to take care of themselves after childbirth?
So we used to think that it's indulgent, right, for us to take care of ourselves, right? And parang we all want to like sacrifice and I learned a lot from millennial moms, right? You're right, you need to take care, but there's also practical parts to it. First, studies show that 1 in 4 women reported that pain relating to birth directly impacted their ability to breastfeed. Actually, 26% just stop breastfeeding completely. So if you're in pain, you don't manage it, then you can't breastfeed. The baby
Right.
doesn't get nourished also, gets all the immunity, right,
Right.
needed. Second is, it's true, there's, you know, the kids that we raise now is going to a world that is far more complicated. So there's a lot more energy we need in raising our children, and there's so many other things going on around us. So it is important that we keep both physically and mentally strong after giving birth. So my first advice, don't feel guilty for wanting to take care of yourself. I even during my second pregnancy, I learned about this. I would have friends time, right? It's okay, right? Invite your friends over, you know, even if you're in maternity leave, not every time has to be with the baby,
Yeah.
right? So you need a sort of like calm time also, your own calming zone maybe, your own calming zone, so that when you go back, you have more energy to give and more love to give to your baby.
That's actually nice. It's like you need to also replenish that tank that I mean, you have to give a lot to your baby, right? And if you don't have enough in your tank, then you might not be able to give a lot to your baby as well.
Yes.
So you really need to have more time for yourself, to care for yourself as well as a mom who's regaining strength, right? So how do moms who just gave birth take care of themselves and their newborn baby?
So usually, like you try to look for, I call it like efficient mom tools, right? So when you're looking, let's say, for a breast pump, right? Try to look for a breast pump that efficiently, at the same time, takes care of you. So it's always the environment. I also did theater a little bit before, no? So I used to write Filipino plays like that. And, you know, setting the stage, I learned that na parang when you're breastfeeding, dapat may music ako, dapat may music ako.
May sensory din around.
Tapos
Sensory
may
play.
mood, di ba? May mood. And then, you know, what I learned that time was like, from another doctor friend was that it's good to have breast pumps that are quiet. Kasi when you're like, shh, 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 parang it's also causing you stress. So silent, deep pumps, you get the efficiency of that. You're listening to music, and those times that I do direct, di ba? It's also nice because I'm doing direct, and then I pump on the other side, no? So parang you have to give yourself those kinds of, you have to plan for a relaxing mother duty time, no? So that's for you and your baby sabay, right? Yeah. So
Guilty ako doon. Like before, the first few weeks of breastfeeding and also pumping, you know, parang nape-pressure ako, I need to pump a lot of milk. So I would always look at the bottle afterwards. So it's not very good that you're not relaxed. Because you're
Yes.
pressuring yourself too much.
Yeah.
So I think it's better nga that you invest, let's say, in a pump as well that's not noisy, as you mentioned, and it has like a your term was deep
suction, deep suction, yes.
deep suction. So if you are also interested with what we're discussing this afternoon, we actually have some products there below sa ating shopping bag, so you can also see the different products from Lansinoh and Ogalala as well. So thank you so much, May, for all of these answers from these difficult questions that we have this afternoon. And to all of our viewers, if you have some more questions, just feel free to message us. Meron tayong comment box dyan sa baba. And we will call you out and shout out, give you a shout out. And maybe if you have some tips, you can also share it with us as well, di ba? Hindi lang puro questions. Mag-share din kayo ng mga stories ninyo and tips as a mom or as a parent. And of course, we all know that it's very, very important for the first few years of a child's life in building the foundation for their growth and development. And as new moms, we need to make sure that we give them the best possible head start. So I think it's also equally important to have a trusted partner in parenting. So just like what May was saying earlier, you also need to have a trusted brand. You need to research, you need to be genuine, and you like the brands that are very authentic.
Yes.
And I think one of the brands that is like that is Ogalala. So Ogalala is known for their specially chosen safe and durable educational toys, and they provide not just educational toys, but curated and age-appropriate play tools, all geared towards the 21st century learning skills. And today, we actually have Ogalala products here so that we can help you find toys that will encourage learning and spark your little kid's imagination. So first off, we have here the first set of toys. As you can see on your screen, meron tayong Ocean Drum. We have the Early Learning Old MacDonald's Farm. And we also have this really cute rainbow stackers over here so that they could see. Let's focus on that. So this one is good for kids from 0 to 12 months old. So that's the first set of toys that we'll be discussing later. And another one we have here, we have the 6CT washable kids paint. We also have the Water Wow and the magnetic chalk and dry erase board for young kids who are into arts and craft. So later we will have more tips on that. Because when we were talking earlier, sabi ko, is it really just for kids who are very artistic, who would want to play something like this? And we learned that it's not just for those who are very, very artistic. This is actually a tool that can help any type of kid.
Yes.
Right? So maybe we can learn more about that later on as well. And the last set of products that we have here from Ogalala, as you can see over here, we have our Match It puzzles. Yeah, let's give that a focus para makita rin ng ating mga viewers. So we have the Match It puzzles over here, and also the Helping Hands Fine Motor Tool set over here, and also the wooden blocks, Giant Panda wooden blocks by WWF over here. So really cute. And I think these are the toys that are very helpful for your kids, especially when it comes to motor skills, sensory. So we will talk more about that because we have our expert over here on child development and learning as well. So Miss May will answer all of your questions. There is a comment here from Lazada, Miss May. Let me just read it to you. So Bea Santos is saying, super agree, taking care of ourselves is taking care of our family. Wow. So I think she's also mentioning about the mother care. So very important topic that we're also going to talk about. Renelyn is saying, I love this talk. Sobrang need natin yung pump na quiet so we can rest and be calm while collecting milk. Oh, she really likes that as well. And speaking of all of the development and the learning tools that we have over here, let's just get into it. Let's deep dive. And let's discuss about each toy that we have here on the set. So first off is our Ocean Drum. Okay. So I like how Miss May was actually talking to me about this earlier. And maybe you can share more about the importance of this type of toy for our kids.
Okay, from 0 to 2, this is like our kids our babies are sponges. The sensory development is so important, where the eyes, ears, nose, these senses, how they develop from 0 to 2, it's a spurt. When they reach 2, that's the senses they're going to use for the rest of their lives. So if you can imagine, if a child sees better, hears better, doesn't necessarily mean they're smarter. It's just that they can grasp the information better. Okay, so that's why even if you think that, oh, sensory, lahat naman yan ginagamit, diba? Tumitingin and all, but you can actually push, no? So as being friends with a lot of teachers, a lot of teachers are telling me the problem now is listening
Right.
skills,
Yeah.
no? So listening skills. So just a simple exercise. If this is your baby, in the morning, I included kasi in the rituals already. Morning, after bathing, medyo clear yung head nung, lay them lay them on the bed, and then you just do this. Left, and then see how they're reacting. When their heads are already turning, they'll start turning. But kung hindi, tumitingin lang sila. Pero nagkakaroon ng reaction. And on the right side. What's nice with this is a natural sound. This is actually the sound of the ocean. That's why it's called an ocean drum. Diba? Kasi kung nakatira lang tayo sa beach house, naririnig natin, mapaparinig natin yung ocean. But this is one of those, no? And then later on, you can actually use it as an instrument. When you're doing Old MacDonald on the farm, eventually and then you pick a word, Old MacDonald had a farm. Yeah, Old MacDonald had a farm. Every word that's the same, you can actually use it. Okay, so you have auditory, and then you have like visual tools, like you can have flashcards, you can things like this that are colorful, and then they can involve their hands because when they touch, they have a sound. It's nice to have dual or triple modes because this can sing a song, and at the same time, it can hear different animal sounds.
Right.
And like I was telling you a while ago, my daughter has a farm book. I also in my rituals, I only have 1-2 books fixed in the morning and 2 books at night. So one of those is a farm book. So if you have that book, you have something like this. It's nice. You can combine it together. And then later on, as you grow older, you'll have like chance, no, to use stacking toys. Like in a few months, like 3-4 months, you can. But when they're infants, you can actually just use this as red, orange, yellow, no, and later on do stacking exercises because you want them to start moving. Even holding any item is an exercise for them. People ask me, why is it important? Why is using the hands important? Especially when you go to the toddler years, right? They're going to be touching, picking up things, falling down. They have to have very strong gross motor skills and fine motor skills. So it's important for you to start
Gripping, grasping.
gripping, and especially when they reach 12 months. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So if we go to the toddler, then I can explain more about how you can develop from simple holding to the grasping side of things.
I love that you were able to integrate all of these toys as well. Like for example, when you're playing the farm toys and then you can actually do this on the drum also.
Yes.
So pwede palang sabay also so that mas ma-integrate mo rin yung different types of features for every toy. And it
Yes.
prolongs your playtime with your kid
Yes,
as well.
yes.
So that's very, very important. Miss May, there's actually a question here. So Renalyn is asking, what toys po ang pwede sa 1-month-old?
The best toy is actually musical toys talaga. Kasi parang, when you sing the lullabies to your baby and you're doing it with musical instruments. That's why Halilit is solely a musical instrument. It's specialized on that. And it's from Israel.
Wow.
So that's where we kind of find all of this like gems because it's real instrument. So musical toys ang best talaga sa 1 month. Tapos, from musical, kumakanta ka na, tapos yung boses mo, naririnig ng bata, and while even you're bathing, diba, it's the same music,
Gives
no?
them comfort.
The bonding is also remarkable.
Wow.
Yeah.
So there, you should get your baby a Halilit ocean drum toy.
Yeah.
You should do that. We also have the farm toy over Old MacDonald's Farm. So this one is 1,499.75 and you can order this as well. As mentioned, meron tayo dyang shopping bag sa baba. So you can click that so you can also experience it with your baby as well. So next is we have another set of toys that can help our babies when it comes to motor skills and also the artistic side of our babies. So kanina, I was actually talking to Miss May and I asked her, kailangan ba talaga artistic yung mga anak mo para mag-play ng mga may colors, something like this chalk set, right? But she actually has an answer and maybe you can share with our viewers as well.
So, when their kids grow older and they face their futures, scientists also need to be creative, and creative people also need to know a lot of math, right? Because the creative economy is there, but if you can't, if you don't know how to kind of like put a value in things, so vice versa. So I feel like being artistic is now like what I call an emulsifying agent. Okay? Kasi, even math, the way why my kids kasi are both okay in all subjects. So parang a lot of friends ask me, paano lahat okay? Diba? Kasi sometimes a person is not good in this, but kasi from the early onset, I've introduced art-infused learning. So, but art was introduced so early in their lives. The first purpose of art for me is to love the mess. So one of the things, my favorite exercise with them is to get an inflatable pool, right? And then, kasi my kids talaga before even like a tinge of, di aakit yung toe nila, di ba? So parang I'd put them in the and then I'll put water, kasi water is calming for kids. And then magugulat sila, I'll just put a paint. Dati finger paint pag mas bata, but pwede na tong washable 3+. So you put the paint, Mom, I'm in, parang they get this, I'm in red water, right? And then they feel, it's like, what's this? But it's good. And then I suddenly put blue, and they'll say, wow, it's purple, right?
Oh, so they learn how to combine the colors also.
And also feel the mesh, diba? And have that bonding, have that relaxing time. And then the second purpose of art for me is really for fine motor development. So you know how there's egg crayons like medyo ganitong shape. So the first grasp is like this, and then it goes like this, and then it goes like this, right? So art actually helps that. I would, we would all love kids who are born to love doing workbooks, right? But that doesn't happen. So what I would do, I've never asked them to use a pencil. Every time there's workbook time, or like we would draw letters and it's about them, okay, you pick your coloring material. You want a marker today, you want a crayon today, okay, you pick the color, and then we start. So that gives them more control of our activities, right? And then when they start doing the colors, I love using also color and erase mats. So there's no risk, right? You make a, dati kasi parang you make a mistake, oh, paano yan, diba? It's wrong already. But if it's color erase, no problem, diba? And then you use what you have. Like this for me is a foundational toy, because my daughter has something like this, a Melissa and Doug like this, that it was what she used when she was a toddler. But when she was having difficulty in math, when she was in grade 1, I really didn't know what to do already, because the teacher said, she's just looking at the ceiling fan every time there's a problem solving. And then I would have always my mga prize toys. That's why konti lang sila eh. It's in one cupboard. Then I said, what toy can I use to kind of relate to that? So I got her Melissa and Doug stacker, right? And that's where we started to like math again. And the colors are there, right? So then art goes to subject learning and then teaches all these sciences, right? So one of the most favorite toys my kids have was the marker maker, because it's all there, the art and the science all put together. But going back to toddlers, what's nice also about colors is you can actually use now, for example, you say, to prolong, like what you're saying a while ago, I like that, the prolonged playing time. You get this and say, can you tell me what matches? They'll get the red. You go to the magnetic erase board. Let's get all the reds together. There's a red, and when I did this to my son using toy cars, my last exercise to him was, let's try to build a rainbow. Can you? So he built a rainbow with all the sorted colors.
Oh.
And I call that an I build me activity.
That's
right?
nice.
So you taught the colors, the learning part is there. You have the part of the art, and then you have the achievement, the social-emotional. And then I have that picture. It's so priceless. If you see that he was, I think, 3.5-year-old when he did that, the sense of achievement and confidence that is built in a child using art is really priceless.
I love that. And I love this also. I actually tried this.
Okay.
When you said that it's okay to make a mess, I actually tried this also. And when I saw, washable siya. So for moms who are like neat freaks, sorry, hindi ko kasi masyadong maintindihan yung parang there's really beauty in the mess of a room.
Yeah.
For me, I get really stressed out, but I think some moms would be feeling the same way. But this one is actually washable.
Yes.
So even if your kid makes a mess, you can just wipe it, or you can wash your your
clothes.
top, your
Nakakawat,
clothes.
yes.
So it's very, very convenient. So I think we can also apply what you said, yung ilalagay mo dun sa pool, yung,
Yeah.
yung paint. That's a really fun way to use this one. I also really like, let me just show everyone as well, what Miss May also mentioned. We have here the water wow.
Yes.
So earlier when we were talking before our live stream, she said na kapag kumakain si baby, you can actually use this as well instead of having screen time. So let me show you how it looks like. So here you have your brush. And this brush, meron siyang water inside. And then your kids can just use it like a paintbrush like this. Ang galing, no? Tapos na-uncover yung mga animals and also the colors. And what are the other benefits whenever they're doing this, Miss May?
So the benefit there is that first, like you said, no, minus the screen time, it's active play.
Yeah.
Right? As they're opening the colors that it's getting discovered, you can try to now teach them, right? Okay, that's a zebra, right? How many
Right, this
zebras
one.
are there?
How
right?
many zebras?
Yes, and what else can we discover on the right side? Let's guess. Is it an elephant? Is it something? And then you open it again, and then maybe there's another, oh, there's a cub.
Oh, cute.
Right? And what's good here is like you're holding it now like an adult already, right? But if you're a toddler, it's okay to hold it
You
like
do
this.
it like this.
Yeah.
Or like this.
Yes.
Like that.
Yes, and it's still okay.
Oh, yeah. And it's very easy.
And it just disappears after. So you can do it over and over again. And even if ma-spill na yung water, it's just water, right?
Right.
So nothing really gets dirty.
Wow, this is really nice. I really like this.
My kids love that. When I always have baon of that when we were in restaurants.
Oh, ang
ganyan.
galing. It can also be used for traveling, no?
Yes.
Even in the plane.
Yes.
You can just bring this one. So there's a comment also right now. Sabi niya, Mimi, nice idea. Try ko nga yan sa kids ko. And Shara is also saying, best to bring this one kapag nasa... Yeah, we have to wait like for the comments to come in. Okay, there. Best to bring this one kapag nasa labas. Yes, I think she was referring to the water wow. I love it. Jean is also saying this helps our kids to become more creative while having fun. Yeah, definitely. So what can you say about all of our viewers who are saying all of these comments as well, Miss May?
No, I'm really glad. When I started this Ogalala maybe almost 10 years ago, I didn't mind if I was talking to just one parent, right? Today, the amount of like parents that are interested and it's like it made the difference, and me at that time, one parent at a time is already good, right? And today to have you guys as very involved and interested parents, your kids are very, very lucky, honestly.
That's great. So again, we have all of these products right now that you can also add to your cart. So we've been discussing each one. First off, we had this first set over here, and you can also see that in our shopping bag. And the next set that we are also going to talk about would be this one. So we have here our Match It puzzles. We have our wooden block puzzles. We also have here, this is really interesting. It's called the Helping Hands Fine Motor Tool Set. Maybe we can discuss more about this. Miss May, what's the importance of having fine motor tool set like this one for our kids?
Okay, so a lot of grade school teachers also share the problem that the children doesn't like to write.
Right.
Okay, because everyone does pressing and swiping. Diba? So the fine motor, but you need this. Like that's why there's a lot of activities now that is scooping is important. The scooping part, the funnels, because these are things that also empowers a child to do more things. Like kunwari, you're doing science experiments in the future. If you can't maneuver your fingers correctly, it's hard, right? So it gives the confidence. No? And at the same time, what's nice with these activities is you can do sorting also, right? If you have your mga, kunwari, food, right? Like fruits or even beads, diba? Okay, scoop 3 times of red with 2 this, with 3 sprinkles of this. Okay, what do you have, right? So there's also the following of instructions. Like if you look at this, there's the small and big, right? You can scoop big, you can scoop big, you can scoop small, right?
Yeah.
And the tweezers, this one is a very good sorting tool. Like if you have mongo, hindi mongo maliit na masyado. But yung mga there's like certain
Small
toys like
beads.
small beads or something. Okay, that exercise, two things: sorting, patience.
Right.
It's not easy. It's not easy to bring this to here,
Right.
but any patience exercise right now is so key in a digital world.
Yes.
Because all the kids right now, pag medyo mahina lang yung internet, parang their whole life explodes. Okay? So the teaching of patience. So that's why during the stage of preschool, when they're about to be big school ready, we teach a lot of the cognitive tools, which is like the animal families yan, mga mas learning yan, di ba? But it's very, very important, nice two-in-one solution to teach concepts in puzzles.
Right.
Okay.
I like this one as well. Maybe we can just show to our viewers what's inside. So this is called Match It. And we can see different animals with their babies.
Sorry.
It's actually pretty fun. Sabi ko nga sa mga producers, so sabi ko, natututo rin ako ah. I didn't know that the baby sheep is a lambkin.
And what's nice is these are real pictures.
Yeah.
Not a lot of puzzles are real pictures, right? So, and the thing is, the sense of the fine motor is here, right? It's self-correcting. So, hindi talaga siya magmamatch. So, you have to find it. Usually, the trick here is don't give it all.
Right.
Because it gets frustrating. So, usually, you start with maybe 3 pieces. Oh, match mo muna. Then 6. Then 8. Then, take it away. Meaning, let them want it more. And then you can add as you go. Later on, sila nahihingi nung buong box na yan.
Do they get overwhelmed if there are so many things that they see?
Yeah, sometimes they'll just say, it's too much, I can't do it. Goodbye.
They get stressed about it.
Yeah. So there's actually, Learning Journey is one of the best puzzle. This is actually the makers of World Book Encyclopedia before. So they're very into the learning. They actually have puzzles starting 2 years old, which is 2 pieces of puzzle, 4, and then 6, and then 8. Because puzzle play is really so key in developing patience, and the most important is building sense of achievement.
Oh, that's pretty interesting. So again, this is the Match It puzzle. So you can also add this to your cart. This is only 799 pesos and 75 cents. So you can see in full details as well. If you click that product, meron tayong mga product description also, so you can have a closer look of our puzzle box over here. Okay, so next off, we have another toy here. So let's show them this one.
Okay. So as you go towards preschool to grade school age already, it's good to now introduce blocks. And what we like now is to also teach the concept of sustainability, right? Because the earth is, my daughter will always ask, like, Mom, will there be a world when I'm an adult? Because, so this one is very simple blocks that you can use and teach information about, because we, in our house, kasi anything that we do, like that elephant and right after that, we're Googling things. So screen time becomes a source of information more than entertainment. So it's the same here. So when we do something like this, we'll check, what's a giant panda? Where is it from? And then when we go to our trips, I will also plan trips that are about pandas and going to the zoo, right? So this one is a sense of accomplishment, as well as trying to introduce now the interest for information. Because a lot of parents would ask me, like, how will my children be more curious or be more wanting of knowledge? It starts from us. Right? So we ask, when we're just in the car or we're just doing play things like this, you start asking a curious question, they'll have 10 lined up, So that this is an example why I introduce not just regular blocks, but I introduce blocks that creates inquisitiveness and curiosity.
That's great. And they can even ask about
WWF. Yes, yeah.
So that you can talk about the environment as well. They get to learn about the values of taking care of the environment. So again, this is something that you can add to your cart. This is the Fabrics WWF Panda Building Block Set, available for 1,399 pesos and 75 centavos. You can add this to your cart as well.
It's actually Lego compatible. It's the only wooden blocks that's Lego compatible also.
Oh, okay. That's great. And we actually have some more comments here from our Lazada Live. Sheila is saying, wow, we need this. And Shira is saying, nakikinood din ng baby niya. So cute naman. How old is your baby, Shira? Maybe you can share with us. How old is your baby? So for all of you who are also interested to learn more about the toys that we've been talking about, so right now we have our expert over here who's also the COO of Ritual Philippines. We have Miss May, and she will be sharing more tips to us when it comes to learning and playing, and at the same time taking care of your health as a mom through different products from Lansinoh. So what I'm holding right now is a product from Ogalala. So that is also the Lazada flagship store that we've been talking about here. So that is at Ogalala, that's the username. So you can search that as well here on Lazada Live. And their products are also available on Toy Kingdom's Lazada flagship store. So you can check that out as well. And of course, you can visit Ogalala store in Shangri-La Mall with your little one so that they can also have fun and have an unforgettable shopping experience. Now, if you want to learn more about the latest news and all of the updates about Ogalala, the new products and the toys, it's so interesting. All of the products and toys that Miss May was actually sharing with us earlier. You can also check their Facebook page. It's at Ogalala World, and their Instagram page at Ogalala World.
The reason why the way that we curate the toys is very intentional. So we do have teachers. We do have teachers that pick. So we don't just like, even if a certain brand has 1,000 SKUs, we pick only 25.
Right.
So it's very, very, and because I'm a licensed teacher here, it's also adapted to 21st century learner and Philippine curriculum. So I try to support, because my kids went into a traditional school, but I augmented with play at home.
Wow.
So you get best of both worlds. So when people ask me, kailangan ba Montessori? Kailangan ba progressive? If you're progressive, you can do more intense information at home. But if you're in a traditional, that doesn't mean you miss out on Montessori education, because you can actually replicate Montessori education at home.
Wow. So that's a great tip as well. You can replicate Montessori learning through toys like this one as well. And you can learn more about that. Can they actually go to the Ogalala page and ask more about these tips about learning? And
Yes. You can message us, or you can also like type your questions, or you can also schedule a consultation with us.
Wow.
Yeah, because like I said, each child is unique. Yes.
Yes. So they can actually customize some recommendations for you.
Yes. Yes.
So if you're interested, then feel free to just visit the social media pages of Ogalala. Again, their Facebook is at Ogalala World and Instagram at Ogalala World. So don't forget to follow us as well here on our social media pages on Shoppertainment Live. We can also give you some latest news on Before You Buy, such as great brands from Ogalala and Lansinoh as well. So you can check that out on our Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube pages at Shoppertainment Live. We also have a TikTok page that's at shoppertainment.live. And of course, here on Lazada, we have the Shoppertainment PH channel. So you can follow us. You can also learn more about all of these things that we've been talking about. And again, we have some more questions. Grabe, very, very active ng mga moms this afternoon. They have a lot of comments as well. Sabi ni Mommy Ishi, ang dami nila palaging sale. Wow! So I think nag-e-enjoy si Mommy Ishi sa pag-shopping ng toys for her kids. And Jean Ella is also saying, oh, ang daming learning. So thank you so much. So many tips that our moms are learning right now. And she also says that she really loved the toys that we are showcasing right now. So thank you so much for all of your comments and questions for us. Keep them coming. Just type there below. Even if you're on Facebook, YouTube, even here on Lazada, just type it down below para naman ma-share din namin sa inyo yung mga answers sa mga questions ninyo. So we've been talking about learning through our toys, through Ogalala. And I think that's really, really important for us moms. But one topic that I think is also very important for us is also taking care of ourselves. And we also have a featured brand for this afternoon that can help us do just that. You know, it's really not easy to give birth, and even after childbirth, you know, like me, I really had a hard time. And I still do have those times wherein I feel very challenged, especially when it comes to breastfeeding. And moms also out there also got a lot of challenges when it comes to breastfeeding because of the discomfort after childbirth, the discomfort of breastfeeding as well. But we have all of these products this afternoon that can help you relieve the pain, if I may, or give you some comfort when it comes to breastfeeding and also taking care of your body when it comes to post-childbirth. So we have a brand here called a Lansinoh, and this is a trusted brand as well. It is a global leader when it comes to breastfeeding products and mother care. And they also create products for moms backed by research and guidance from experts to support and care for them as they enter motherhood. So we will discuss each one as well. For those who are pregnant, this is something that you can
Yes.
also include in your checklist. You know, that was actually what I did before when I was pregnant. Meron akong checklist of all of the products that I have to invest in. And I think that's really great that we're going to talk about some products that can help them prepare so that they can have a more comfortable parang instead of feeling all the pain, you can actually relieve that pain after childbirth through these products as well. So first off, let's go for our first product. We have here the organic pre-birth preparation oil. So I have it over here. There. Yes. So it's also there on our box. So this is something that can help in nourishing and conditioning the skin that facilitates perineal massage. So here, let me show you how it looks like. There. It's also gynecologically tested and 100% natural. So maybe, Miss May, you can also share with us what this product is all about.
So this is about trying to improve the elasticity so that it's going to be less painful. So usually the recommended is 34 weeks of pregnancy up to pre-birth. So this is actually it's all organic, so it's very natural for your it won't harm your baby at all. So after you use this, supposed to be, it's going to be less pain on the part, especially
Para
when
hindi
you're
mag-stretch
normal.
masyado.
Yes, para prepared, kasi mas stretch talaga siya.
Oh, yes.
So, 'di ba, para prepared yung ano siya, kumbaga prepared
Mas
yung
elastic
mas
yung
elastic
skin.
siya.
Kasi pag hindi elastic yung skin, mas masakit. You
Yes.
might have the tears.
Yes, the
Yeah.
tears. Yeah. So that's what you're trying to prevent,
Right.
prevent the tears.
So maybe we can do a little bit of a test so that they can also see how it looks like. So this is how it looks like. Can you give it a focus also para makita nila on the skin. So it's like an oil, it's like a massage oil. And again, this is 100% natural. So yeah, this is something that you can apply on your perineal area and give it a massage.
Yes.
Para hindi siya magte-tear when it comes to the delivery already for your baby.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is something that you can add to your cart as well for pregnant moms in preparation for your childbirth. The organic pre-birth preparation oil. So this is 1,099.75 centavos. And you can order this from Baby Company's flagship store here on Lazada. So this is how it looks like when I applied it. So it's a natural oil that you can use for massaging that perineal area as well. Okay, so another one that we have will help you with the relief of pain after delivery.
Yes.
So this one is called the Cold and Warm Post-Birth Relief Pad.
So this is a really super must-have because it's both for if you're having a C-section or natural delivery, it's the same because when it's cold, it's good for the perineal part if it's and for the wound. Then also, if it's warm, it's good for the wound
Right.
as well. So this is one of the finalists for the 2022 Mom and Baby Awards
Wow.
globally. Yeah, so it's very handy also.
This is how it looks like. It has the TheraPearls as well.
Yes.
I think Lansinoh is known for that.
Yeah,
for
it's,
the pads.
it's patented for the TheraPearl. Yeah.
Wow. And then this one is like a sleeve wherein you can put the pad inside also para mas hygienic.
Yes.
So you can change the sleeves as well every time that you would apply it. There. So let me
Yes.
just show you how it looks like there. And then you can apply it on the skin already. There.
So that's why I in my own term, I think Lansinoh is one of our, like, if not the most empathetic brand that we have for moms, because not a lot of brands would even care about these feelings, and like even the way they want the moms to feel like they were featuring moms to be proud of their post-birth bodies, right? Or to be proud that they're breastfeeding. Because sometimes when you're in the mall, people look at you, di ba? A little bit weirdly when you're breastfeeding your child. So there's also like a flaunt your being a breastfeeding mom outside, you know?
Yeah.
So those kinds gives us more empowerment when we're breastfeeding, because we have to be proud that we're doing all of this for our babies, right?
Yeah, definitely. And all of these tools can really help us get that comfort out of breastfeeding. You know, I know the feeling of the pain of breastfeeding, right? But
Yes.
we all want the best for our babies. So we still opt to do it.
Yes.
I still want to do it because I know that the best nutrition will be given to my baby.
Yes.
But again, the pain can be a hindrance for a lot of moms out there.
Yeah.
So again, this is the cold and warm post birth relief pad that can help you as well. Add this to your cart, 1,299.75, and you can order it on the flagship store of Baby Company here on Lazada. Okay, so to add more help in relieving the pain and discomfort after childbirth, we have another product that we have here. This is the Organic Post-Birth Relief Spray. So again, this is for your perineum area. And this is made from a unique blend of oils, right? So let's show it.
Yeah.
This is our post-relief spray here. There. So it has this 360 rotating spray as
Yes.
well. There. And this is how it looks like.
Yeah.
There.
So it's made of aloe vera, actually herbal, all herbal, aloe vera, chamomile, cucumber, to soothe and calm skin after birth. So this was featured, like not
There.
featured, but was a testimonial from our mom. Really said it really relieves
Relieves.
the
It has
area
a
after
cooling
the ano.
effect.
Ano feel mo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has a cooling effect. So it really would help relieve that discomfort that you have on your perineal area,
Yeah.
right? So again, this is something that is natural, just like our other product as well that we featured earlier. And it's gynecologically tested also, suitable for sensitive skin.
Yes.
Here. So maybe you can share more. Are there some more stories about this one, Miss May?
So usually like when you have this kasi the set, no, sometimes like you think you'd only need one or ano, it's good to have kasi safe na ano, kasi the pain really differs for
Right.
each, diba? For each process of giving birth. So it's good to actually, if this is enough, that's okay, diba? But it
you
helps
want
kasi
more,
if
yeah.
you, the whole pain thing kasi is, diba, I'm sure you don't want to have this, but a lot of cases now happen with postpartum depression, right? And a lot of them is triggered by all these different pains that you feel physically, and then you start thinking other, it can be a trigger, right? So
Right.
we're trying to manage those that we can manage, like the physical pains that we are experiencing. Yeah.
There. So this is the Organic Post-Birth Relief Spray. It's 1,299 pesos and 75 centavos. You can visit the Baby Company's flagship store here on Lazada to order it right now. So again, there's this pink shopping bag there below. So I think we have more comments. Do you want to read it out as well, Miss May?
So Diana says, we'll surely reco this to my preggy friends. Thank you, Diana. It's going to help a lot. And Mimi says, Lansinoh is totally committed to taking care of moms. Yes, true to that.
Thank you so much for all of your comments. And if you have some more, keep them coming, just type there below. So we have another product here that can help moms soothe post-birth discomfort. And this is what we call the post-birth wash bottle. So this is how it looks like. So we know that the perineal area can be stressed and tender after giving birth. So this is the post-birth wash bottle that can gently wash the sensitive area. So there you go. So it's like, sabi nga ni Ms. Bacon, it's like a portable bidet.
Yeah, it's a portable bidet.
And it can be used upside down like this one. And it can hold up to 360 ml of water. So this one can really reach down the perineal area as well. There you go.
Yan. Tapos you can fix it. Pag ganyan. So naka-fix na siya.
Oh.
Yan. So pag spray mo. And then
So it's
and the
easy
bottle
lang.
is easy squeezable bottle also. Then it's portable kasi you can just put it down and then there's a bag actually that you can
Yes.
put it in. And so other people actually, even they're not pregnant, we get questions of this because they just want portable bidets.
It's actually nifty. I like it. Kasi hindi naman lahat na restrooms nakita natin merong bidet.
Yes.
So we can use this as well for all of the the moms who want to always be prepared. Diba? That's something that you can order. This is 999 pesos and 75 centavos from the Baby Company's flagship store as well here on Lazada. So next is we also have the breast milk storage bag. So let me show you. This is also very, very helpful for those who have, well, some moms have overproduction as well.
Yes.
So they would really need to store their milk in storage bags like this one. So what's great about this is that it has two openings here on
Yes.
top and also here in the bottom. There, so it's more convenient for our moms. So
And
this
it's
one,
double protected on two sides as well as here. Because usually some people just use like plastic or maybe locked bags, but the milk doesn't stand, so there's a chance of spilling also. And then and when you don't have proper labels, it's also there's also chance of like sayang kasi baka you don't list it properly when the
Right.
milk was produced, right? Yeah.
so you
'Cause-
have here the date, the
Yeah.
time, the name, and the volume
Yeah.
also.
Yes. So I think the milk storage bag is one of the top items of Lansinoh. It is one of the best really storage bags in the
Wow,
market.
nice. Siyempre, yung mga organization, neat freaks there, very important for you to have this one as well. So this is also something that you can add to your cart. And another one that we have here is called the Soothies Gel Pads. Over here.
Over here.
As you can see.
Okay. So this one, so there's actually a very nice Lansinoh regimen, no, when you breastfeed, no. So everything is meant towards producing more milk by reducing pain. So the first thing that you actually do is to put lanolin cream. This one is the #1 breast care cream in the world. It's called Lansinoh lanolin. Okay. So you apply that first to prepare your breast. Parang elasticity din siya. And then, you actually have, you use this warm, hot breast therapy, which moms have attested to have produced 30% more milk by parang prepping
Right.
their breasts before the breastfeeding process. So you warm, then you pump. After you pump, sometimes if you forgot, let's say, or you just want to use this for warm, this is the Soothies gel pads is the best. Because after you pump, just it's the gel, it's a cooling gel. Hindi natin magagawa dito yan, pero mafe-feel niyo yung mint feeling in the ano. So it naturally soothes it. So pagkatapos mo, feeling mo, ay, okay lang na nag-breastfeed ako because it was such a relief,
Right.
it's a relieving experience in that sense. No? And then right after you, actually, what I forgot, before you put this, you can actually put another round of lanolin so that walang preventing of all the mga cracked
Right.
nipples. Yeah. So that's a whole process of breastfeeding also.
Yeah, actually, this is something that I invested in when I was pregnant also because
Yes.
I knew that I wanted to do breastfeeding. I was committed to it. So
Yes.
I researched and they said that this one is actually the #1.
So
the
if
lanolin
if
cream.
you notice, you'll see that, there's also other people selling the frozen ones. But the problem is it's all water and ice. So it's so cold, and at the same time, it cannot encircle the breast because the water is so puffed up. That's why you have TheraPearl. Because TheraPearl makes it, every breast is different shapes. So this one is able to
Nakamold siya.
nakamold siya kung ano yung size or shape ng breast mo.
And it also has this sleeve
Yes.
so that it's not too hot when you apply it on your skin. There. And then you also have this one, the Soothing Gel Pad, as a complimentary as well. Kasi this one, you can use pag mainit. You can also use this pag medyo malamig, but you can use this then if you just want to cool that area
Yeah.
as well for relief.
For some people, they buy two like this. One is for the warm, and then one is already waiting in the. Then when they travel, they have this. Yeah.
So that's great because you can actually use all of these things as well to have that relief for your breast when it comes to breastfeeding.
Yes.
So this is a 1,199.75 pesos, the TheraPearl 3-in-1 hot or cold breast therapy. So you can also add this to your cart as well. So you can add this also, our soothing gel. And of course, hindi mawawala dyan yung ating lanolin cream. This is something that I also use.
Yeah.
Actually, nag-add to cart ako ng marami nito last 11/11. I have a lot of this one. So you can get the HPA lanolin for sore nipples and cracked skin, 10 ml for only 399 pesos and 75 centavos. And of course, we also have the 40 ml version. So this one is the bigger one. So this is 699 pesos and 75 centavos. And that's also on our shopping bag this afternoon.
Yeah.
There.
And then if you want to be more hygienic, like most of the, like whether you're in the house or going out, it's always good to wear breast pads because, you know, my friends would always say like some good clothes, then when it has the milk stains, it doesn't go. So it's more expensive not to wear a breast pad. So that's one. And also like at least when you get your next feeding to your baby, your breasts are clean.
Right.
Because you'll have a next feeding or a next pump. So you want to make sure your breasts are clean.
Yeah, so that is our disposable nursing breast pads for breastfeeding moms. So we have a sample over here. Actually, I have this also. So it's very convenient also. You can just put it inside your bag, right? So when you open it, this is how it looks like. And meron din siyang parang tape over here so that you can just stick it on your garment, like inside, for example, right? So this is also available on our shopping bag. This is 299 pesos and 75 centavos. So you can add this to your cart as well. Very important, disposable nursing breast pads for breastfeeding moms. There. And for moms who want comfortable, flexible, and efficient breast pumping, okay, we have over here our 2-in-1 double electric breast pump. Very, very convenient as well because it's super quiet and lightweight, and it can be used as single or double pump. So as we know, I'm a breastfeeding mom, and I know how it feels like when your breast pump is so noisy and you get really stressed out, especially in the middle of the night, right?
Yeah.
But this one has parang hindi siya maingay and malalim yung kanyang pagsuck. So it means that you really get the milk out of the breast from the mom, right? And of course, you can also use the bottle directly. You can just put our silicone nipple and also this cap over here. So right after mong mag-pump, you can actually parang feed right away. So let me just fix it a little bit so that you can also see that you can use it directly. So we have our silicone nipple already. There. And maganda yung shape ng silicone nipple, ah. I think does it also have parang an anti-colic quality?
Yes, definitely
right?
anti-colic, and the shape is very suitable for the baby.
Yeah.
And what's good about this pump is one of its main concern is the safety of the mom's breast. Because a lot of there's a misconception that you want a lot of power, but the problem with so much power, sometimes it's not safe already for the breast. So sometimes you have pumps that have levels up to super high levels. I also used that kind of pump before because I thought, oh, I have two pumps, one that's like for my heavy duty.
Same.
But
Same.
then after like I noticed like my breast size went 2 sizes down. And then my doctor's like saying, oh yeah, maybe you were pumping like with a very, very powerful
Too hard.
too hard. And then when I asked like experts like from Lansinoh and so they were saying like it has matter, you have to find that kind of pump that is safe and deep.
Right.
So that's why they perfected this kind of deep pump.
That's great. And of course, it also has different sizes for
Flanges,
the flange.
yes.
So it also depends on the diameter of your
breast.
nipples or of your breast. So it's perfect because it's complete already as a set. And this one is 13,899 pesos and 75 centavos. And you can also add this to your cart so that you're complete already with your breastfeeding tools, right? So if you're in need also of storage bags, of course, we also have that. We showed that earlier as well. So after pumping, if you have if you want to store your milk as well inside the fridge, you can use this. This is a pack of 25 for 599 pesos and 75 centavos. And this is also available on our shopping bag right now. So you can check out more breastfeeding products at Lansinoh's flagship store here on Lazada. That's at Lansinoh. And you can also visit their Facebook page at Lansinoh Philippines and Instagram at Lansinoh Philippines for more information. So don't forget to follow us again here on our page here on Lazada. It's Shoppertainment Live. And we also have our videos on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram at Shoppertainment Live and TikTok at shoppertainment.live. So we've been talking about a lot of great tips and information this afternoon for moms and also for your kids, for your babies. And I'm really so excited to apply all of these things as well. I'll add to cart a lot of the toys as well because I want to understand on how I can help develop as well the my kids' learning, sensory, all of those things that Miss May discussed earlier. And I think we also have a lot of comments. Thank you so much sa mga nagko-comment. Sabi ni Janine, tried and tested. Wow. I think she's a fan of Lansinoh as well. Thank you so much. And sobrang dami nga nating napag-usapan. Today, I hope you learned so much from us, especially from Miss May over here, who's such an expert when it comes to childhood development and even mother care, so many things that we were able to discuss. And if you have some more questions and comments, please feel free to just message us on our page. And of course, since Miss May over here is such an expert, I'd like to ask you if you have something that you'd want to share to our viewers before we end our episode for this afternoon.
So it's truly a gift to be a parent, but how we care for ourselves, both physically and mentally, right after birth has a great effect in how we can also properly care for our baby. I think that's very important. I always use this term called I parent. We are an I first before we become a parent.
Wow.
So we should not ever forget that and celebrate us being I parents. Ogalala has put really in its utmost priority to find tools all over the world to simplify parenting life, okay? Because life is short, right? And we want to do a lot of things. That's why, so that we can have more energy to guide our children's development, especially in their formative years. Because I always believe, like, if you want happy adults, you have to raise happy children, right? And that really starts at home. Because we are the first teachers and we are the first nurturers of our kids. So if you have any other questions and you want a one-on-one consultation, please feel free to contact us at IG and FB pages. I also have a weekly column in Business Mirror called Mommy No Limits.
Wow.
So you can visit my Facebook blog, my blog and my Facebook under Mommy No Limits as well.
Thank you so much, Ms. May, for all of those information and for being with us today. I saw that there are so many questions from our viewers earlier and you were able to answer them as well. So thank you so much. And of course, before we end, let's just do a quick recap of all of the products that we have for today. So first off, we have some products from Ogalala. We feature the Ocean Drum, which is priced at 799 pesos and 75 centavos. We also have the Early Learning Old McDonald's Farm. The price of this one is 1,499 pesos and 75 centavos. And here we have the Rainbow Stacker. This is so cute. I like this. It's 799 pesos and 75 centavos. And we also talked about the 6CT washable kids paint over here. That's 449 pesos and 75 centavos. And we also have the Water Wow. This is so amazing. I really like this one. The Water Wow is 499 pesos and 75 centavos. And we also talked about how we can use the magnetic chalk and dry erase board over there. That's 1,699 pesos and 75 centavos. And we talked about our puzzles over here. We have the first Match It dinosaurs. So this is 699 pesos and 75 centavos. We also have over here the Match It animal families. That's 799 pesos and 75 centavos. And we also have Match It first words at 799 pesos and 75 centavos. And this is also something very interesting. We have here the Helping Hands Fine Motor Tool Set. So this is 1,199 pesos and 75 centavos. So this is to help your kids learn how to scoop, how how to grip, to grasp, also sort. And another toy that's very helpful would be our Fabrics WWF Panda. That's 1,399 pesos and 75 centavos. Definitely a conversation sparker with your kids and very, very fun and beautiful. We have also a lot of products that we featured from Lansinoh. So we have the organic pre-birth preparation oil over here for the perineal area. So that's 1,099 pesos and 75 centavos. And the cold and warm post-birth relief pad, that's 1,299 pesos and 75 centavos. We also have the organic post-birth relief spray at 1,299 pesos and 75 centavos. And the post-birth wash bottle at 999 pesos 75 centavos. So this is actually a good set already. You really need to invest in something like this in preparation for your childbirth as well. And apart from that, of course, we discussed about breastfeeding, and we also have a lot of tools from Lansinoh. So first off, we have the Soothies gel pads. So that is 699 pesos and 75 centavos. So this is how it looks like. You can check the shopping bag below. We also have the HPA lanolin for sore nipples and cracked skin. We have the 10 ml and the 40 ml as well. The 10 ml is 399 pesos and 75 centavos, and the 40 ml is 699 pesos and 75 centavos. Of course, we have the signature of Lansinoh, which is the TheraPearl 3-in-1 hot and cold. There you go. We have the breast therapy over here. It also comes with a sleeve. So this is 1,199 pesos and 75 centavos. This one actually, dalawa siya in one pack. So it's perfect. It's a perfect pair already. And of course, we have the disposable nursing breast pads over here for breastfeeding moms. So this is how it looks like. This is 299 pesos and 75 centavos for a pack of 24 as well. And we also featured the 2-in-1 double electric breast pump na hindi maingay. This is quiet, and also it has deep pumping effect for your breastfeeding. So this is 13,899 pesos and 75 centavos. And of course, you need to complement that with our breast milk storage bag. So this is how it looks like. Again, very high quality. You know, there are a lot of milk storage bags out there, but this one I think is very high quality. And it's thick also.
Yeah. And it's double
right?
zipper also. Kasi.
Really nice. This is 599 pesos and 75 centavos. These amazing items, you can also click on the shopping bag below so that you can enjoy all of these for yourself and also for your baby. So add them to your cart already. And of course, we shared different information on each product earlier. And if you have some more questions, you can visit the social media pages of Before You Buy, and as well Ogalala and Lansinoh as well. So you can also check out the next episode of Before You Buy so you can learn more about the products that we will review here on Lazada. Again, thank you so much for watching. Sana marami kayong natutunan sa amin, lalo-lalo na from Miss Maye over here, who gave us all of her expert tips when it comes to child development and also mother care. So if you want more reviews, you just have to check out our episodes on Before You Buy. We have our videos every Friday at 6 p.m. on our YouTube channel. And this episode that we have right now will also be on our Shoppertainment Live YouTube channel. So you can check out all of the tips as well. You can review the tips of Miss Maye as well. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, Miss Maye, for being here.
Thank you. Really appreciate it.
Really appreciate your time as well and all of the expert tips that you shared with us. My name is Yasmin Soyao, and see you all on our next episode for Before You Buy. Bye!
Okay.